In this video, I will take you through how to set up your pricing and availability calendars within your season. Now, if you haven't set up your season yet, then you can watch our dedicated setting up your season video. So firstly, we're going to click into Account and then into Seasons. Now I'm going to show you how to create your calendar and then enter in your prices. So we're going to click on Calendar and you will see a list of current calendars that have been created within this season. So we're going to create a new one. So we're going to click on Add in the top right hand corner. You will want to create a calendar for each of your properties that you currently have on your system. So here you can allow the system to automatically generate the weeks for you, and you can select the day the week starts on from the drop down field below. Select the chalet you wish to link this to, and as I only have one chalet without a calendar on the system, we just need to click the open one here, Chalet Test. Rate plans we will come back to after we've created these. And then finally we have season notes. And this will allow you to put in extra details or bits of information relating to the calendar. The private season notes will appear when a user tries to make a booking. It will appear underneath the calendar when the user selects the dates and the rooms. And this can be to inform the user of important dates, things that are happening in resorts, a season reminder, and so on. Public season notes will appear at the bottom of your availability calendar that appear on your website. So this can include any extra information you wish to tell the guest before they book. Now we can click on Manage Weeks and edit any weeks that the computer generated. Now from this area, we can also add in a description for any week, select this week as a whole chalet, which means that any bookings made online will only be able to select the whole chalet for this week and not individual rooms. And finally, we can override the availability. Now if you do override this, then it will no longer automatically update until changed back to not overridden. So now we're going to add in your rate plans. So we click back onto seasons and then onto rate plans in line with the season you want to add them to. Now rate plans act as your pricing columns, such as chalet per week or person per night rates. So let's click Add Rate Plan, and we're going to add in another rate plan to this list. So we're going to add in a chalet per week plan. So let's just pop that in the plan name, and we'll copy that into public name as well. Okay, so charge type is going to be a chalet per week charge. Now, if you don't see your charge type here because maybe you want to use a 3-day weekend price, select the closest one to it. So for example, if you wanted to add a 3-day weekend price in, and then a per night charge would probably be the preferred option. You can then select the minimum number of nights that a guest will be allowed to book. So with a week price, I can make a minimum number of nights of 7. And then we just need to add in the currency. So we're going to go for £1,000 and then a euro price of 1,200. You can have a third rate, and you can also add in the description. And just click apply when you're completed. So now we're going to connect this rate plan to the relevant calendars. So I want to attach this to Chalet Red. So within Season and Calendar, click on the name of the chalet and then click Edit. And now scroll down to Rate Plans. Now you can see we've already attached 2 rate plans to this. We're just going to connect the one that we've entered, chalet per week, and visibility as public. This will allow it to see on your availability calendar. Private will mean it will be hidden from your calendar. You can attach up to 5 rate plans to any calendar. We'll now have 2 areas where you can edit your prices. So firstly, let's look at the override section. So calendar and manage overrides. So you will see the rate plans that you've attached to the calendar along with the fields to enter in your prices. You can select the week from the drop down field and then click edit. And from here, you can enter in your prices. Now, when you've completed entering the prices for that week, click apply, and then you can select the next week down from the drop down list. Now, when you've completed this, you can then click on Season Overview and see a sample of what your calendar will look like. Now, this is a second area where you can enter in your prices from. So if we click on Edit Prices, and you can now enter in your prices per column. When you've completed entering your prices, click Apply to save these changes. You can then generate your calendars by selecting the season and the chalet from the drop-down menus. All you need to then do is just copy the code that's generated and put this live on your site. You do have additional options that you can edit, and you can see these by clicking on Settings in line with pricing and availability. Our settings video will guide you through these changes.